For a bit more of that amazing ceremony, the snippets of which we just watched were now being joined by Adedoyin Alatishe, the grandson of the longest reigning Balogun of Ijebu land. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program. I don't know if I should use Mr. Steez for you as well, because obviously you really looked regal in that documentary. It was beautifully put together, your costume, well done, and of course your horse riding. And you, within the course of the program, you'll tell us more about your horse riding. But I wanted to, touch on the more important issue surrounding the recent Ojude Oba. As we saw there in the documentary, the crowd was huge. And I believe that you said that the stadium could contain about 10,000 people, and I was shocked to hear that I was watching 10,000 people in attendance. I mean, as great as it is, I know that you have talked on the importance of, having innovation to welcome people into Ijebu, especially during the Ojude Oba Festival. Talk to us about that.
Hello, and thanks again for having me. Ojude Oba, as everyone can see, has become so big and global now, and we need to start putting measures in place to make people, the attendees, eager to attend the next one. And like I've always said, everything doesn't have to end in the arena. We see football games around the world, how fan zones are being created. Let's put the entertainment out there. The horse riders, the people want to see the horse riders, give them a route where they will sit down, watch every family, the Farouk Oreagbas, the Cuckoos, the Alatishes, watch them at the comfort of good seats. And, at the end of the day, the rush to enter the palace wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Do you think that Ojude Oba, that the festival has grown to a stage where a different venue might be required, even though that may contradict the name and essence of the festival? But then, given where you are today, do you think like a stadium will serve the purpose better?
People have always spoken about the Ijebu Stadium and all that, but I still think putting everyone in just one place will still be a problem. We have to spread the entertainment around town. Maybe a particular road, you close it down, put artificial stands there. Tell the horsemen that the people want to see. Tell them to pass through there. Create a competition, best dressed, best horse, this one and that. And strangers can just sit down from beginning to end. Premium entertainment. Put a big name artist on the stand. Sell stands to local businesses to advocate their products and all that. And trust me, it would give people around town the entertainment they are clamoring for. It doesn't have to end in one particular place.
So you think that it's better they just take their turns to pay homage in different times as opposed to just one festival?
Yes.
But I wanted to touch on that aspect of even how global the Ojude Oba has become now. You are now a poster child for some brands. I believe you're a brand ambassador for, can I say, Goldberg? I believe I saw that in the documentary there. Well, how important is that for your community? Raising that, that sort of awareness with you and, of course, Farouk Oreagba and the clamor for brands coming into your community and, just off of that festival?
Well, it's very important that, like I said, we have to give a shout out to Mr. Farouk Oreagba. Many of the things we're doing for brands this year, we'll probably have done it for free in the past years, just to be there. But, he came, he took it to the next level this year without clamoring, without running after brands. Brands were coming after us. We want you to be the face of our product, and this one during Ojude Oba. And it's good to see. And as someone that has been in the horse riding stuff for, I would say 30 years. Yeah, I'm 32 this year. Wow. But I've been riding since I was 2. Wow. I would say it's a good thing. I mean, kind of stressful the fact that you have to try and appease all your brands and all that, but it's good for the future of the festival. And I love the fact that go across all families, you see young people in charge, taking charge, planning the whole festival and all that. Before, meetings used to be very physical. We've been able to introduce technology. Now people just join through Zoom and other stuff like that. So it's good to see. We thank the brands that have come after us. The ones that still want to come, we welcome them. And yeah.
A lot of people think that where Farouk Oriagba took the festival last year is maybe like a double-edged sword. Big, beautiful, nice, but at the same time, they're saying that the festival failed this year to meet the standard of, in terms of visibility that, Oriagba created last year. What do you think will be your standout Steez moment for this year's festival? And then do you think that the Egbas, in Abeokuta are also coming with a competition? We saw what they did earlier in the year with Egba Liganza, and they are also trying to, be a lot creative in what they wear, fashion and everything. Do you see a competition brewing between Ojude Oba and Egba Liganza?
I think both festivals actually are different, but with the way fashion and social media has come, they are trying to create a bit of a rivalry there. But I don't see it that way. I want to attend Lishabi in the future too, to go and represent Ijebus there. I also want people from around the world to come and experience Ojude Oba. I want to be able to go to Durban tomorrow and, experience the feeling. Your first point, I think the festival needs many of we young people to actually come on board and be part of the planning. We are the ones feeling the pulse on social media, what the people are clamoring for, the people's complaints and all that. And as we all know, 2023, Nii Fagbemi took it to the next level. Mr. Farouk last year took it to another level. This year, everyone came correct this year, so which is good.
Who was the face? Were you the face? Did Farouk repeat it? Will he be that lady that rode the horse and she was, who was the face?
I think Mr. Farouk was still the unbeatable Mr. Steez.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Let me help you answer the question, but of course. Mr. Steve stole the show. Mr. Steez, Farouk Oriagba stole the show again this year. But there was also that lady that we saw, really so regal. And I liked what Fagbemi said in his interview there. Just come natural, come yourself. And I think the fact that she came different, I forget her name, she was trending all week.
Yeah, she's my cousin.
She's your cousin?
Yeah.
Okay, what's her name?
She's from the Otubo family.
Otubo family. Okay.
Apparently, her dad called me last year. I was like, my daughter wants to come to Nigeria. I told her she has a cousin.
She's not based here?
No, she's based in the States.
Yeah.
She has a cousin doing this and that, And, just like that, we are inspiring people through social media. If you're seeing your cousin doing something cool, and you decide to come. And like you said, she was in a natural element. She wasn't trying to impress anyone, and All
right, but your swagger on the horse ride stole the show. Really, it was amazing. And I wanted to touch on that aspect, as you said that you've been riding for 30 years, since you were 2 years old. I'd like for you to just, relieve that process for us. And especially the fact that the festival, I believe, has been going on for what? Is it 15 years? Or 15 more, 100 and what?
50 years plus.
150 years.
Plus.
Tell us when you first, joined the Ojude Oba Festival, when you first paid homage to the Awujale as well. Talk to us about that.
So when my grandfather was still alive, the late Balogun, longest reigning in Ijebu land, the easiest way for him to bribe me was to get them to put me on a horse. So that was going on, and that was going on. So when it passed, that was, I already fell in love with horses then. I would tell them, there was one guy that was keeping horses at the back of our compound then. He would bring the horses, I would ride every day after school. But Ojude Oba itself, you know, when I see people complaining about it now, Ojude Oba, as kids, we were not allowed to go close to the palace then.
Wow.
Because it was rough, it was all that. So I think my first main Ojude Oba was when I was 10. Yeah. I went there in the old palace, you know, did the old rolling on the floor that I'm still doing now. I did it then too. And, you know, families were only going with like 4 or 5 horses and all that. Now we have some families going with as much as 100, 70. I've just always been that guy that loved horses. And I was like, one day, I don't mind. And I went from the 1st to the 6th. So every year, Ojude Oba, I'm literally already planning for the next one. I had a viral loss that was going viral last year, the dancing nurse. That was from my stable. That was from my stable.
Well, yes.
That was from my stable too. So I trained them myself. Yeah, I trained them myself. Get the drummers to come out. We'll be and start drumming, and you know, just like that, the horses will start catching up, and the world will see the final lesson of that.
So, do you think that we're finally there when it comes to festivals that could catch the world's attention, that can be global? Are we there, or we are almost?
We are not there yet. We're almost there yet. We're almost there, not there yet. I went to the Balogun Kuku mansion, for example. Everything the man left there, his bed, the lights that were made, the chandeliers that were made about over 100 years ago, everything was still there, intact. Otubu's house, the man that fought and won wars for Ijebu, everything was still there, intact. I believe we are focusing on the festival, but we are not. Some of these things, we go out to pay money to visit some of these palaces around the world, and we have them here too. I was sleeping on it too myself as an Ijebu, but we have them right there, where I feel we can do more in terms of revenue for the state and all that, not just Ojude Oba itself. Around Ijebu, there are so many things and stories that can sell. We just need to have a way of packaging them.
Yes,
very well.
Absolutely.
We really have to go. I wish we had more time, but also we can't leave this segment without touching on that little aspect and the fact that there needs to be more crowd control measures, safety measures. We saw the the fire explosion there during the festival. A quick word on that, and then we'll just quickly wrap up.
I believe everyone has seen it now. Everyone knows what to do next. I have to advocate for people to feel free and feel safe to attend Ojude Oba in the future. We'll get to work. We'll put all hands on deck to make sure you have a better experience next time around.
Fantastic.
Well
That's
done.
very reassuring.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much indeed. Again,
Alatishe.
Thank you.
long live Ojude Oba. Well done.
And thanks for being a part of the pride of the Ijebu people.
Ijebu people.
You have made us all proud.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.